Trying to wrap them out. I was hoping to make it up to a meeting at 5:30, but then today it happens to be at 5, and ask for direct help there. Um, I'm Jeffery Spakes, the artist. I also found 28 pounds of the asteroid vest, an impact site, and I purchased it and have been through a whole lot. My partner had a stroke in the middle of escrow house, and through uh, his absolute crazy, I've been made homeless and poor and basically begging, unable to make a living for myself. And prior to my finding this shooting star and purchasing this property, I had a gallery, a studio. I made a good living for myself. Um, and anyway, I'm just desperate. Um, I do not to basically stop working, and for the people around me, that looks like I've done something. And I tried to explain to them what happened and that I'm injured, but and I need to heal before I can do any heavy lifting again. Otherwise, I risk re-injuring my coccyx. Um, but my blood pressure is through the roof because of the extreme pain, and I'm having to sleep in my automobile. And there's no position that I can get into, so I'm sleep deprived. Um, I can honestly say it's been a while since I've been this scared for my own well-being. In that um, I did nothing wrong to deserve uh, uh, what my partners in my property have done. They manipulated my life in a way because they could, because I have so many emotional mental disorders, and I can't cope with certain aspects of my life. And so the three people that I gave that authority to use that against me for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but possibly just simply to steal the property and sell it for more. I heard 375,000. Well, I 175. So all the evidence, everything I have, I can back up. It's not like I don't have paperwork and we don't have uh, um, photographic. I cannot manage to get health care in order to even get an attorney to stop them from doing any more damage. And that's simply what I need. Now, I have assets that have been scientifically proven to be worth well into the millions of dollars. And yet, because of my anxiety and my inability to connect on this uh, internet or even use a phone, uh, I am left to starve to death. I'm left with no medical care for my cancer, no psychiatric care, uh, no home, no bed, all these wonderful things that I had. I had my science lab, my beautiful studio, my art gallery, and that's all shown online in many videos. Because I showed you how I was driven crazy, or that was actually me trying to come back from crazy. And uh, I have very little control over the way that I speak. This is pretty much the only way that I can tell a story without making you feel like I'm yelling at you. I'm in constant pain. It's just horrific and have been since I was 22. And I take nothing for it. And it's made worse now by my inability to work physically or to make contact here online. Now, I have a friend who's coming tomorrow. What time? I don't know. And this is a big problem because I need help right now. And so every second I have to wait is just horrible for me, um, because it's really a matter of getting into there and figuring out how we make contact with those of you that want to help me. You know, it's not that I don't bring anything to the table. It's not that I don't deserve it. It's that I've been really misunderstood because I'm through the voice, and it's been that way for years. It's hard for me to sit and type, especially with issues with my computer and dyslexia. Like I have half a screen here, and I have to use another monitor to even see. I just have not received any proper health care or food or anything in the last 3 years, and that's totally uh, unacceptable. There's no reason for it other than I have not been able to get the help I need, even though I've called social services, and even though they've come to me, and even though they've said things, I'm not able to follow through with these items. That's why I make art, and that's the best I can do. My partner Bruce Senior runs the Department of Public Health San Francisco. He's quite aware of this. We were together for some time as he helped me keep my medical together, and I actually got to see doctors and I actually got treatment, things like that, but only because I had someone assisting me with that. Prior to him, it was my buddy Ron Jensen, 22 years. He helped me through all of this stuff because I couldn't do it then, and then even now, the more I try, the more I lose. It seems like I simply just can't. Everything starts getting even more jumbled, and I can't think of the first thing I'm supposed to do. Like trying to find Messenger. Why did Facebook change? Now it's some business account. I didn't do that. I want, and then I get locked out of my other accounts, but because I don't have two-part verification, I can't get into my other emails and all my contacts. So I can't reach anybody. I don't have your contacts. I don't remember your phone numbers. I don't have those um, things. So in the meantime, I'm quite literally dying on line and stage, and I'm not saying that to be melodramatic. I understand death and dying, having been in palliative care for quite a while, and knowing what my body has, because if I've seen the X-rays and I've had the scans and I have the cancers, and I know the treatments, and I know what my blood pressure feels like, and I know what a stroke feels like, and I know what it's like to recover from it. So I'm reaching out now, just in because I needed to say this. You know, it's nearly impossible for me to have a conversation with somebody else without them feeling I'm angry at them and they don't want to help me. It's that simple. I've been talking to other people. My friend Miguel, who's going to help me, he certainly knows pain and has had to deal with it. So he was in pain this morning himself. We met at the dog park. And uh, so he has some compassion. He has some sympathy for my tones, my when I'm incapable of, like now I'm adjusting. My my shoulder hurts, and so you might see that motion as something I don't know, um, but it's been my whole life, and it's how I move and how I have to adjust myself, or how I have to sit, or anything, and then try and think through the pain. But currently, I'm just in pain head to toe, inside and out. My heart hurts so bad. When I said a prayer, and Spirit gave me the 28 pounds of the asteroid Vesta, proven by science across the board. Um, that gave me the ability to retire. It also gave me the ability to buy my first house. And then my partner had a stroke, and then he took it all away. He bullied me. Because I'd given him so much control over my life and my business, you know, uh, he had that control and that ability to manipulate me in a way that destroyed me, absolutely destroyed me. Um, I'm hoping for a few more days, another week. I don't know if I'll make it through morning because morning is the hardest for me. My heart races, and when you have no hope, it's really difficult. And when every move you make hurts, and you have a little dog that wants to go for a walk, and you have zero cash and don't see any coming in because you can't simply operate this machine and sell your product on whatever it needs to be sold on. So that's what's going on, and I think that's about as clear as it gets when um, you're in extreme pain like I am. And if some of you see this and you're close by, boy, I could sure use a visit. Um, Use a hug and some empathy and some sympathy, some support. And I mean immediately. 3 years ago,